Hey, what up guys, it's TrappedGT back with another Fortnite video, and we have yet again another loot route for you, and this time it is in the brand new town, Dusty Divot. And so stay tuned so that you can figure out the best way to loot Dusty Divot effectively. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So of course, where you want to land is right here at Dusty Divot. This is a new hotspot for tons of people. A lot of people are dropping there, and this I have found is the most discreet yet effective way of looting and even coming out alive in Dusty Divot. Now what a lot of people do is they land right in the middle of Dusty Divot, and that is not what I recommend at all, because that is just a bloodbath. What I would recommend is dropping right towards the old Dusty Depot type buildings. Now when you get close to these buildings, what you want to do is you want to check what's on the roof, and then also if there's a chest inside here, because one chest spawns in here about 50% of the time. So I saw a gun on the roof, so I went ahead and grabbed that, and then I went ahead and popped that chest. Now everything's going to fall, and that's fine. Just go down after it and it'll be fine. Now after you get all that stuff, there's typically a chest right in here. So right off the bat, you have two chests popped right there. And as you can see, I haven't encountered very many people and haven't had to fight anyone just yet. But that will come later on, because no matter where you drop on Dusty Divot, eventually you will have to fight other people. Now after you loot what's in that crate, be sure to check if anything is on top of this platform right here. Not always will there be something, but sometimes there will. After that, you'll want to go ahead and move in towards the actual part of Dusty Divot. This is where what you do kind of differs. And so as you can see, I went off to the left because I could tell it wasn't looted, and typically it's not. And so that's the way I would recommend going. But one thing people really forget about are these chests up here in these towers. There is almost always chests on top of these towers, and they almost never get looted. So be sure to check those. Now, the only reason I went over here to the right this time is because I saw someone and I had heard some gunfight. So I thought I'd step in and finish the job off myself for some more easy loot. Now as you can see, I have plenty of shield to be able to go further into the game and have no worries at all. But one thing that I am worried about is the fact that I don't have a sniper or any sort of launcher, which I would like to swap out for those sticky grenades. But that's just my preference. And so I would recommend going back over to the left and looting this area, because it is typically not looted and it is always just jam-packed with all sorts of different stuff. And so after checking that building, go ahead and move right over here. Now this building sometimes has okay stuff, but it never has a ton. But there is a hidden chest right up there, and so be sure to go ahead and check that. Now you saw me go ahead and drink that slurp, and the reason I did that was because my options were to either leave it there for an enemy to pick up or for me to drink it. And so go ahead and get this chest. It is kind of hidden, but it's not too difficult to find. And after that, I would recommend checking the middle. The middle, however, most likely won't have a ton of loot, because that is where some people like to drop right in the beginning. But thankfully, I was able to go ahead and find that launch pad and a little bit of brick, which isn't that big of a deal. Now, you might want to go ahead and check some of these buildings that probably have been looted through, but you never know. And so I'm going through one by one and checking them all, just to make sure that I didn't leave anything behind. And here, thankfully, I find a blue AR, because I am awful with the burst, and I will take the AR over the burst any day of the week. And so I was very grateful to be able to go and find that. Now there isn't much left to loot, but what there is worth checking. Now in this building right here, sometimes two chests can spawn, along with 2 ammo boxes, which can be a really nice start, but there was nothing there. And also remember to check the towers. Now that tower didn't have anything in particular, but usually they will. Also, these trucks sometimes have something in it. This one doesn't have an open back, but the other one does, and so be sure to go ahead and check that one along with the one a little bit further up. After looting that, it's completely up to you where you go, but I would recommend going ahead and checking these smaller type buildings just above the Dusty Divot. And here I saw this little glitched out tree. I don't know if it's always like that, but I thought it was kind of cool. But anyway, and I believe this game I went on to go ahead and get a win, which I will show here in a second. Now guys, thanks for watching. That is it for this video. If you enjoy these loot routes, we have a whole playlist full of them and we have a lot more to come. So if you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you know every single time that we upload a new loot route video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.